do it. Dark Network.
Hey y'all, welcome to my 11th episode of my podcast, Loving My Growth, where we cover tips and topics on growth and transformation. Today, we are talking about self-esteem and confidence, which is a really big topic regardless of age. I think we all, across the board, at some point, suffer from low self-esteem. Some people have extremely high self-esteem, and confidence is also an issue. So today, we always start, as always, with a word of the day, and then we finish with a product or service. So before I introduce my guest, I'm going to cover my word of the day. Because we are talking about self-esteem and confidence, I chose confidence, self-confidence, as my word of the day. Excuse my yellow paper, my notes. So the definition of confidence. Personally, I like this one. There were a couple to choose one. The one that I felt fit the topic: a feeling of self-assurance arising from one's appreciation of one's own abilities or qualities. Also, the state of feeling certain about the truth of something. Self-confidence. Confidence is a state of being clear-headed, either that a hypothesis or prediction is correct, or that a chosen course of action is the best or most effective. Confidence comes from the Latin word fidere, F-I-D-E-R-E, which means to trust, either in yourself, in someone else, something else. Therefore, having self-confidence is having trust in oneself. So that's the homework I did. So now that I did the homework and gave you the word, I'm going to introduce my beautiful guest. Y'all know I always got to pull family in from somewhere. It's enough of them. I could do all my episodes with family. But today is my baby sister. She's so beautiful. My baby sister, Laquita Grant. And she's here. We're going to talk about self-esteem. We've both have suffered, and I think they're a little different but similar. As y'all can see, I'm darker, so I got all the black jokes. And she's lighter, and I'll let her tell you her experience. But first off, go ahead and introduce yourself to my tribe, my peoples, and tell them about yourself, and then we'll get into it.
Okay. My name is Laquita Grant. I am almost 40. I've been working in the healthcare insurance industry for about 10 years now. And pretty much I grew up in California. There's no set place that I'm from. Los Angeles, Santa Rosa, San Francisco. I grew up from the north to Southern California, and one child, little boy, my heart, and pretty much I'm just working on every day. I'm working towards a different goal. I'm working not just with like business-wise or anything, but a goal for myself. You know what I'm saying? Within myself, and so. That's pretty much it.
Okay. Okay. I talk to my sister every day. We be talk every day, and this was something that just popped up, and I was just like, with her goal to work on her purpose, self-esteem is something that we've talked about in young girls, because we are women,
right?
We were girls,
right.
But I think it will cover either all genders.
Yeah.
It can cover all genders. So kicking off, tell us a little bit about your struggle with self-esteem coming up and how at almost 40 you're doing with that.
Okay. I come from a single mother, 6 children, and I'm the 5th. And
I'm the 7th. Oh wait, no, that would be the 2nd of this. Okay.
And pretty much, I come from a mother who had very low self-esteem, slim to no confidence in herself, while raising 6 children, 4 boys and 2 girls, and so there was never that, you're beautiful, you can do it. The love was always there, but certain things that children need to hear coming up, letting them know that you can do anything, you got this, or even with certain accomplishments. So I can remember, even as far as my 6th grade graduation, like nobody came. Like nobody came, and I just got my piece of paper and left. And it really messed me up a little bit, even with a lot of cousins coming around. When you hear growing up, you're ugly, you're fat, your teeth look like this, and everything. So growing up, that kind of stuck with me. You know what I mean? Through elementary, junior high, I think by the time I got to high school, I wasn't one that was like worried about boys or anything like that. I just wanted to do something and be a part of something. So trying out for basketball, cheerleading, drill team, and drill team is what really stuck. But still in all, I didn't wear certain clothes because I didn't feel it looked right or for me, you know what I mean? And because of what others were saying, you know what I'm saying? Until one day, in school, I was looking at this girl, and she was really, really pretty, and she had jacked up feet. And I never wore open-toe shoes because I always thought my feet were ugly. I never wore shorts because I thought my legs were too big. Never showed the upper part of my body, or anything like that. I felt like I was too big to wear certain type of tops and everything. And until one day, I just literally sat down and was just observing everything. Like, you know what? Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. And regardless of what you think about that person or what that person thinks about you, you have to believe in yourself. You have to know that you are beautiful. You have to know that you are smart. You have to know that you can do anything that you want to do. It's really up to you. You can't let the opinions of other people determine who you are or where you're going.
Right. See, look.
Your past does not predict your future. You know what I mean? And it can make you stronger.
Yes.
It can bring strength to the situation, to yourself, but it doesn't predict where you're going or who you are.
Right. It's funny you said that. So I was looking up some quotes yesterday on self-esteem. And I think a couple of them stood out. And what you said made me think of to go through this. And so here's one from Maya Angelou. If you are always trying to be normal, what's normal? You will never know how amazing you can be. So what's normal? Where's the gauge? Where do you gauge? Okay, that person's normal. I'm trying to be like that person. Like, no, you're amazing because you are you, who is no one else.
You say what normal is for yourself.
Right, right. And this one really rung true for, I think, for both of us. When you realize your self-worth, you'll stop giving people discounts. Unknown. I think, just in conversations that we've had, especially when it comes to pleasing other people, it's like, okay, well, basically making excuses for why they do certain things that they do. The better you feel about yourself, the less you feel the need to show off. I don't have to. I don't wear the fanciest of clothes. I don't, be out there trying to do extra, because that's like grasping for attention. It's like, look at me, look at me, look at me. And
even with that, that's just how some people are.
True.
Some people are extra, and it makes them feel good.
Right.
You know that it's not for you.
Right.
You
right.
just know that it's not for you.
Right.
I know. Sometimes I can be a little extra.
Right.
Sometimes I can be a little bit extra, but for the most part, I'm chill with whatever it is that I want to do.
Yeah.
Whether it's I want to dress up and put on makeup. I don't really wear makeup like that, but I'll throw on some lip gloss and that can be enough. Or if I want to go full face with it and dress up and, and go out and do whatever, or it's whatever I want to do. You know what I'm saying?
You do it for you and not for everybody.
I don't do it
else.
to please anyone. I do it to please myself.
Right. Right.
And
I love that about you. I love that about you. I love your laugh is infectious. Just in talking. So to put it in context for everybody that's watching, we have the same father. Our father was married to her mother, who they're not married anymore, but to this day, he got married again, but that's my stepmama. That's my stepmama. I don't know who the other people was. That's my stepmama. And it's funny how you say, for her and her self-esteem, it stands out for me because she's the one that told me. And I say it all the time. If you've been watching my episodes and things like that, you've heard me say that Shirley Woods, I didn't say her name, but I'm saying it today,
that's my mom,
is who told me the best thing behind a man with kids is his woman. I was that seventh child. I had Christmas presents. When everybody had Christmas presents, I had Christmas presents. 6 kids in the house, go get Lavette. She over here for the weekend, go get her. And I was a part of the pot. And
that's my mother, though. There's no one is left out. Never.
At all.
Friend, cousins. That's why we're so close. Even our cousins are more like our siblings because there's no difference.
Right.
When you come to my mom's house, that's the one thing that I truly love and learned from her is to treat everyone the same.
Yes.
Whether it be your cousin or their children, you treat their children like your children.
Yes.
Them like your siblings, or treat people how you want to be treated.
Yeah.
And just because I put a whole bunch of energy into something doesn't mean that you value that thing. But if I put a whole bunch of energy into it, I can take an idea from the ether and turn it into something tangible, and I can put it out there in the world and make it available. That's success to me.
Just something from nothing.
Something.
Everybody to another episode of Melanated Harmony. Today my host is Alexis.
As a black culture or a black group, we don't teach our kids the fundamentals of values or morals or credit or how to be self-sufficient, how to survive, how to budget, how to save money, how college is the most essential part of life. Trade school is just, the devil. But that's another topic.
And people laugh at me because it's like I embrace all the kids, all the kids. And I used to be like, them not your kids, them his kids. Like, when y'all break up, the kids go away. No, they don't.
They're my babies.
I don't know who that is,
They're my
but
babies.
exactly. And for me, it's the feeling that I felt because she embraced me.
Made you feel loved.
Yes. So all that other stuff, and sometimes they say, oh, well, as far as self-confidence and self-esteem, your parents can tell you how beautiful you are. Your family can tell you how beautiful you are. But as soon as them kids at school call you blackie, tar baby, skillet, black is, the list goes on, it starts to teeter, and it's like, okay, your family got to tell you you're beautiful. Them kids, they don't have to, so you start to believe these kids who don't matter.
Right.
But that's what happens. And then you start to question, just because my eyebrows aren't perfect. Well, shit, theirs ain't either. They went to the shop and got them. They went to the shop and got them fixed up. But those are things that I think really messes with my self-esteem. Was shot. Mine was shot. I think growing up Geneva Tower, San Francisco, chased home every day, called every name in the book because I was tall, I was skinny. Yes, I was skinny at one point. Skinny, quiet, perfect target.
You know what? And that's the reason why I want to do something for the youth today. You know what I mean? Because growing up, when you do hear certain things from your family, and they may tell you how beautiful I ain't never heard that before, but they may tell you
you are gorgeous.
Well,
now you can't say that no more.
But once you get out there and the opinions of these kids, yeah, it really can hurt. You know what I mean? But that's why it's very important when you hear these things growing up from your family and everything. It can stick to where when you do get out there, sometimes you just won't be affected. You just have to know that you're unique.
Yes.
You're unique. God made no two people the same.
Got it.
You know what I mean? You're very unique. You're beautiful. And you are what you want to be. At the end of the day, you are what you want to be. And that's why I want to work with the youth out here today. And, to help build those things within them if it's not being taught at home. Or if they're having that problem at school, which a lot of kids do. And, these kids today are so misguided. You know what I mean? To where that's why I just want to work with them to help build that confidence and the self-esteem and give them what I didn't get and what it took me till almost 40 to learn. They don't have to go through what we go through. They can, it's your best led by instruction.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Experience will take time. Experience takes time, and that's the only thing that's non-renewal on this earth.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so to be able to to give these kids what we didn't get or did, but it didn't stick.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I can make things stick. You know, just because I really, when you talk to these kids, even when you talk to these kids today or other people, it's how things are given to them. If you once you show that you can relate and there's love involved, and they can feel that love, or they feel that love, it helps. It helps build the confidence. It helps build the self-esteem. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about it.
And it's gonna happen. We gonna do it. And how we're going to do it is. So we just gonna jump right into what the project is that you're working on. We still got to get a bunch of wording, and business, and so
what I'm looking to do is a project called Miss Q's, which is my facts on life. And so it's to me the best education is life experience. And so with the experience that I've had, like I said previously, I feel that I can pass on lessons that I've learned, because in every situation that you may go through in life, whether it be relationship, business, friendship, or anything, every situation there's a lesson learned. And so there was a ton of lessons for me. There was a ton of lessons for me because I'm pretty much, other than love, I'm self-taught with everything. Even though I had elder brothers, they they were gone out of the house by the time I was 10. So there wasn't much teaching from them, and my mom was involved in other things to where she couldn't always teach me what she didn't learn, or teach me certain things that a young girl growing up needed to know.
right.
So pretty much with me being out of the house at 17 years old, I learned a lot, and I feel that these kids coming up, of course, things are being repeated, but it's much worse nowadays.
Oh my God.
Much worse. The lessons that I've learned, they can definitely be taught.
Dark Network.
Perfect. So with Miss Q's Facts on Life, which is a awesome name.
Thank you.
What are we looking to do with that? I know the gist of, building confidence and self-respect was something that we had talked about.
Definitely.
Because a lot of these kids right now,
they don't have it, and, it's not their faults. I understand that everything starts in the home and everything. Sometimes parents just don't have the time. They don't mean to, but life is busy. You know what I mean? So the everyday consists of wake up, get these kids up, get them something to eat, get them to school, you get to work, you're doing your work, get up, go pick them up, take them to practice, get them home, cook dinner, get them ready for bed, and then now you're in bed, and the whole day went by and you didn't even ask your kid how their day went. You know what I mean? Sometimes it just goes like that, or these kids are just not open enough to talk to their parents. They're not comfortable enough with talking to them about certain things. So what I want to do is provide an open, safe space for them to do so. They can be brave speaking to me. Hey, you talk, I listen.
Yeah.
Talk to me, I listen.
Yeah. And
you have to be willing to listen as well, though, in order to receive whatever game or whatever gems I'm dropping. You know what I'm saying? And even if you're not, it's okay. Sometimes you need to be told 2 or 3 times in order for it to click and you to understand. So that's what I want to do. I want to create something like this, like a discussion, a podcast, with me speaking to them and speaking to the kids, young men and young girls, young women, bringing people on like yourself or others to assist with speaking to these kids. You know what I'm saying? Because my lessons have been learned, and I have a lot of things written down and a lot of things that I can teach these kids. But there's some things that I don't know about either. I'm not perfect either. That's why it's my facts on life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't have any training, as they would say, or
no degrees.
Degrees. There we go. I don't have any degrees, but like I said, they're my facts on life. And you have other people who've been through other things too who can help these children. So to create that type of platform for them, I think that is pretty awesome.
Right.
And it's needed.
It is. Because we are short on time, I just wanted to make sure that anybody listening, yes, you don't have the formal education,
Credentials,
but you lived. You've already told us about, the self-esteem and the not feeling loved. But just to add to that layer, you were shot. You've been shot before, which causes extreme anxiety.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
Just quickly, we were on the phone one time. It was like 4th of July, and
the year after.
And just the whole,
I was trying to get in the house before the fireworks started. So I went to go and grab some NyQuil and things like that, and the sun went down and they started popping off while I was walking home, and I panicked. I panicked bad, walking down the street, hyperventilating, crying, and I'm just on the phone. I'm like, sister, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I'm just trying to get home, and you walked me through it. You know what I mean? That caused a lot of anxiety in my life until a cousin of mine, Keisha, she actually brought me to the street no, stay here, listen, watch, and all of this stuff. You have to know that you're safe. You know what I'm saying? Ever since then, with them popping those big bombs off and everything, it did something for me to where it helped. My boys were there lighting them up, and they're passing them to me now to even do it myself. They're handing it to me. They're pretty much handing me my anxiety.
Right.
Blow it up.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Blow it up, and that actually helped. With that, I've worked on, I've never been to therapy for anything that has happened. The only person I've ever spoken to about it is you and my best friends, or my eldest brother, Sean, our older brother, and
the old dude.
And, people have just explained hey, people deal with this every day. Right. So, find a way to ease it. And with me, I can feel it coming on to where it starts in my nose and in my face. And immediately I'm just breathing really mellow and calming myself. And it's over. I haven't had a panic attack or anxiety attack in probably 3 to 4 years. My anxiety isn't that bad anymore. And so
we watched fireworks this year together. We was right there. So definitely.
But that's another thing that I want to touch bases on, just with these children, the anxiety, depression, because they live it. And it's a lot worse now because of social media, things that they feel they have to live up to. That's not real life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But anxiety, depression, what these kids are feeling going into these schools every day with bomb threats and shootings and, a bigger issue, racism or systemic racism or anything. And the things that we are living today that we go through as adults, these kids, they're stressed. Like, I've never seen kids this stressed before, you know? And so they just need a lot of guidance.
They need you.
They do.
They need you. They need us. They need this. They need the outlet. They need the
They do.
The love. They need
the love, definitely.
So we are definitely gonna get that together and get it out. So definitely, everybody, please look out for Miss Q's Facts on Life, because she's coming.
Thank you.
Whether it's podcasts, workshops, it's all being worked out, and it's just look for it. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Always. You're going to be on here again, so don't even worry about that. We go, once it's up and running, we're going to be back next season to tell about it.
With much more to tell.
Yes. I do want to thank you guys. This is, again, the 11th episode. I got one more episode. I think one or two for this season, and then we going to wrap it up and start fresh next year for something, maybe go a little deeper. I think I went deep this year. Y'all think I went deep? Maybe we'll go deeper next year. With that being said, we always end the episode with a product or service. I'm going to do two. We already talked about one. Miss Q's Facts on Life, which y'all going to look out for.
Y'all will see very soon.
Yes, because I'm going to be pushing it. But also, I'm here. I'm actually working on, it was flowing the other day. I tell you, I'm working on some workshops. I think I got like 10 already planned out. So Coach Lavette is coming, Loving Your Growth, Transformation. Keep on the lookout. I'm here. Reach out to me. Email me at lmgrant, Grant, at lmgproduction, no s.com. Shoot me an email, or you can contact me 510-677-6766 if you want to work. I'm working with small businesses, new entrepreneurs, to boost your self-esteem, boost your self-confidence, and grow. Get this money. All right, y'all. I do appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you, sister. I love you. Look, I got that smile. Hold on. Get that Grant smile in there. All right, y'all. Peace out. Thank you.
Meet Red.
This is what I'm talking about. It's hard to find good help.
I got some help for you, man. I got somebody who don't even have a schedule. We can replace him.
Always into something. Meet Jalen, fresh out and trying to do right.
So I took the rap.
He took his felony.
You're girls. You're not even working, you're not even doing the right thing.
I tell you what, I'm gonna give you a chance. Don't fuck me over. Wait a minute, hey.
That package y'all had last Thursday, the one delivered to the plunge?
Yeah.
What happened to it?
He got dropped off.
This winter,
I think we're fired. Man, I'm trying to beat up these girls because
You don't figure it out.
they're going to take you on a wild
This is how we go get some money. Now, I don't know what you do. I don't know if they's Viagra.
Make sure you keep track of all your belongings.
But I'm going to take one because we can't sell them and we don't know.
Because anything goes when it's finders keepers.
We going to take one. That's plural. We walking around with a hard ass.
Coming to a hood near you.